7.
And the I-Team asked Governor DeWine's office how the state would pay for the implementation of any possible recommendations from the task force. In a statement, his office said they do not want to speculate on recommendations or how they might be funded. New at 11 here out of Shelby County. For the second year in a row this summer, Boots in the Street will take over downtown Sydney. And we're getting a first look at some of the acts in the lineup. Tyler Hubbard, featuring the Gauthreaux III, and Dylan Marlowe will headline the show on Saturday, June 15th. Tickets for this year's festival go on sale December 15th at 10 a.m. Prices range from $65 to $129. And tomorrow, the Springfield chapter of the NAACP will host its annual Freedom Fund Banquet. National Attorney Ben Crump will be a keynote speaker. He has represented families whose loved ones were killed by police, including George Floyd, Tamir Rice, and Breonna Taylor. Tickets for the event have sold out. And tonight, the Humane Society of Greater Dayton held its 32nd annual Pet a Flair Gala. News Center 7 stopped by the Dayton Arcade, where we saw all kinds of dogs dressed to the nines. And Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney also put on his best suit to host the event. The president and CEO of the Humane Society told News Center 7 this is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
All the people here value their animals in their home, and they consider them family members. They're furry family members, and we love that. We think that's great, and I love celebrating them and celebrating the animals in their lives, and giving them awareness that in the community there are animals that are not being taken care of the way they take care of their pets.
And all the money raised from tonight's event will go toward medical care, food, toys, and more for animals in need. And meteorologist RG3 is here, and it is pretty cold outside. It's already in the 30s. And
nobody else calls me RG3.
Well, there you go.
That was
RG3.
really common at some of my old stations because, I worked there when Robert I worked there when Robert Griffin III was a thing. He's not relevant anymore, I don't think. He's still... Andy, does he still even play anymore?
Well, you are the RG3.
I am the RG3 of WHIO and TONIGHT. There's going to be some cold weather. It's already in the 30s, actually. Looking at some clear skies, 32, Urbana. Well, we always expect Urbana to be a little bit on the cool side. It was actually down to 36 not too long ago in Dayton, bumped up for some reason. But overall, things are trending certainly cooler. We're definitely going to have some 20s tonight. Forecasting a low near 30 in Dayton. But besides that, we will be warming up actually a little bit. In fact, it does look like Thanksgiving may be a little bit warmer than we anticipated. We did expect that to fluctuate a little bit because, we're looking at the time 7 and 6 days out. Now we're 5 days out, but we'll see. Overall, it will be cooler than average. That looks to be a certainty, but it does look a little milder than what we anticipated a day or so ago. 38 degrees right now in Dayton with clear skies. West-southwest winds around 8 miles per hour. See? That's why things are going to be just a little bit milder. It's because the wind direction has changed, bringing in some slightly warmer air, although you can see clear skies all across the Midwest, most of the South, a lot of the plains, most of Texas. Big reason for that is because of this big area of high pressure, and that was also bringing in a lot of the chilly air earlier. But as those winds begin to shift a bit, we're going to be a little bit warmer. In fact, maybe clear enough to see a few meteors. Now, the thing is, last night was actually the peak of the Leonids meteor shower. That doesn't mean it's over with. You can still have a decent chance of seeing some tonight. And really anywhere you go, although it's best to go somewhere out in the country where you have a little bit less light pollution, you can see a little bit better. So if you want something to look at, it's a little chilly, bundle up, and you might be able to see a few meteors. Temperatures right now, again, in the 30s across the region, and we are quite a bit cooler than this time. Last night, about 8 degrees cooler in Dayton, some places closer to 10 or even close to a 15-degree difference there in Liberty. You can see the temperature trend over the next few days, it is going to be actually pretty seasonable. Despite it being a lot cooler than earlier in the week, you can see typically in mid to late November, we're about 52 degrees. Tomorrow's high is 54, Monday's 50, 55 Tuesday. So again, that's seasonable. Then as we get to Thanksgiving, it is going to be cooler than average. Although we're looking at highs in the low 40s at this point. Yesterday and the day before, we had highs in the upper 30s for that day. So we'll have to see. We'll adjust it. Futurecast is moving here, and you don't see much on the map. You're just looking at some clear skies Sunday. Then as we get into Monday, you're looking at some increasing cloud cover. No rain, Not until late Monday, and I'm talking like evening, where we could see an isolated shower or two. And it's not really illustrated here. You see that green coming up from the west, though? At 11 o'clock, I think it's possible that we could see a little bit of green on the map by then, or maybe even slightly before, but we'll definitely see a better chance of rain Monday night to Tuesday morning. Here's a look at 4 a.m., and then into really much of Tuesday, some widespread rain activity becoming a little bit more scattered by the evening, and then that spigot shuts off. 30 degrees for the low tonight. Again, clear and cold. Here's the next 7 days on your Storm Center 7-day forecast. Rainy for Tuesday, then we dry out, much cooler. Right now, calling for a high of 42 on Turkey Day. And that's probably the coldest in about 5 or 6 years or so. Overall, it is trending milder, so as we get closer, we'll adjust that a little bit, but overall cooler than average.
They're tiny and they are hard to spot. Hidden cameras inside vacation rentals. What you need to know to protect your privacy.